Humans love belonging, right? Okay, I think this will be my last World Cup analogy video. Maybe not. Remember, I told you before that I'm able to find the little nuggets, to see things beyond the game, and to find the human stories of the lessons. And it's just something I've always done. And what it really did not necessarily teach me, but reminded me how much people desperately want to belong, right? To be a part of something. I mean, we are watching, it's really incredible to see, the flags draped around and, people wearing the jerseys and the singing, people have their different things. As a matter of fact, I have no idea why Country Roads would become an anthem, so to speak, for men's soccer in the US. Well, the first time I realized that it had gone beyond, my childhood John Denver song was watching the NFL playing in Berlin, I think it was in Germany. And afterwards, people in the United States, they're leaving, they're rushing. We got to get out of there, right? We don't want to get caught in traffic. And these people are so enthralled and so grateful to have this experience that they all stayed in the stadium. But then they started singing Country Roads. I thought, wow. Anyway, that song is completely stuck in my brain. And of course, I had to do the karaoke of that song on 4th of July. So, it's still stuck in my head a couple days later. But that's what I mean, though. It's the singing, right? And so, yeah, it's about soccer, it's about whatever sport it is. But I think it's really about more. It's about belonging, right? Like I keep saying, I'm from Seattle. I don't watch the Seahawks or anything like that. But I know my family, they're not happy about it. But my husband's a 49er fan, and my son's a 49er fan because uh, he had this little book. His first little book report was on Jerry Rice. And he told me, Mommy, I'm a 49er. And then I met Rich, and the rest is history. But anyway, the one thing I think was brilliant is that team bought that 12th man from, I don't remember if it's Texas Tech, whatever it was, from a college, and made the fans be a part of it to a different degree, really. So it wasn't like you're a fan of this team, you are one of us, you're the 12th. I mean, that's a brilliant strategy. But why are people buying into it? Why are people so rabid? Why are they so? I mean, I think it goes a little far myself with a lot of teams, but it's because they want to belong. They want to be a part of something, a part of a movement, Listen, let's face it. These people who are going rabid and crazy, they've never met any of these players, right? They don't know them. They don't know them from Adam, but they're willing to, go crazy over it for just the chance of just being a part of something. They'll never meet these guys, but that just really reinforces and reminds us that it's about belonging. And this is why I talk about so much about story and why I've created Love-A-Do's is that, I don't think that kids just want to be entertained. I think they want to be a part of something. They want to belong. They want to feel like they could do it too, or even just be transported somewhere. This is why you go to the Harry Potter website and you can take a little quiz and find out which house you would be sorted into. I'm a Gryffindor, by the way. So this is why, Nancy Drew, I've always liked mysteries, but I remember Nancy Drew when I was a kid. And it's not because, excuse me, it's not because it's not only because the mysteries, I should say. It's because you can picture yourself doing it, right? You can picture yourself solving it. And I think that's why little boys wear, or even grown men sometimes wear Superman costumes. It's why the girl dresses up like a princess or like Ariel or, whoever it is in the latest, Disney thing. I think it's really interesting and fun, but it's so much more than that. The reason they're dressing up, the reason they're playing it, the reason I played Barbies, the reason I wanted to be Marsha Brady when I was a kid, you want to be a part of something. For me, really, because I didn't have that family unit like that when I was a little girl. And I just wanted, if I could be Marsha Brady for, 5 minutes. So I think that's what it really is. And it's not always necessarily because a kid has a bad childhood. It's just that it helps us to dream and believe that we can be more. So I think that's what's kind of cool. Even though I think it can go overboard, of course, in sports, I do think that it's kind of cool. And I didn't appreciate it until I really saw all the pride and the national pride for each country and not just my own, and so grateful that it turns out that the media is not always right, that there is a lot of national pride still in the United States. But that's just it. We want to be a part of a movement, right? We want to be a part of something. We want to believe that we can be the hero in the story. And I think, in the end, no matter what kind of a person you are, whether you're outgoing or you're shy, whether you're the kind of person that likes big crowds, or like me, you don't like crowds, believe it or not, I don't like crowds at all. Even if you prefer being alone, I actually like being alone, but there are people who really prefer being alone. No matter what kind of personality you have, there's no question about it. We all want to feel like we belong. And I really hope that what I've done with Love-A-Do's, and as we continue to do, is that I hope that, obviously these books, these stories, and whatever else we create can't be a substitute for, parenting and obviously spiritual life and things that kids need to learn. But I just hope that we can be a little part of the solution of helping them to feel like they belong to something that's good and has good values and teaches them about courage and believing in themselves. And I think, in the end, like I said, we all just want to feel like we belong.